Today, I'm going to show you 5 high-paying jobs most people never talk about. These are jobs and business ideas tied to fast-growing industries. The data behind these gigs comes from sources like McKinsey, Mortar Intelligence, Fortune Business Insights, and some other market research. So if you want work that pays well, uses your brain, and actually respects your experience, stay with me because one of these could be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome back to Over 50 TV, where we help you earn more so you can retire smarter. My name is Lou Reyes. I'm the publisher of Over 50 TV, the managing partner of ReyesAI.com, and I'm also a career coach who helps people over 50 launch startups and side hustles. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 high-paying jobs most people never talk about. Let's jump into number 1, mobile and micro healthcare. Now, before you tune out and think, Lou, I'm not a nurse, please hear me out. This is not just about traditional medicine. This is about taking healthcare and health-related services out of big institutions and bringing them directly to people where they live. We're talking about things like on-demand diagnostic support, mobile wellness visits, specialized tech setup for seniors, mobile IV hydration support, or helping older adults use modern medical devices correctly and confidently. In many cases, the real role here is being the bridge between complicated health technology and the person who needs it. And the market is pretty big. According to the research, the mobile health market reached over $103 billion in 2025, and it's growing at more than 25% a year. Now, think about why this works so well for someone over 50. This business, it's not just about performing a task, it's about trust. Consider a younger worker walking into a senior's home. That younger person may feel like a stranger, but someone with maturity, bedside manner, professional polish, and life experience feels different. I often find most people our age value convenience, they value safety, and they certainly value dealing with someone who feels credible and calm. That means this opportunity is not just about healthcare, it's about reassurance. It's about being a trusted professional in a market that is exploding. Now let's talk about something a lot of people overlook because it sounds too simple. Niche physical subscription boxes. And no, I am not talking about generic snack boxes or random junk. This is much smarter than that. This is about becoming what I call an expert curator. You find rare tools, heirloom seeds, professional grade materials, or highly specific hobby supplies that people can't easily find in one place, and then you package them into a monthly experience. What are people really paying for? Your judgment, your taste, your ability to say, these are the good tools. These are the right materials. This is what actually works. And that is where older workers have a huge advantage. After 30 years in a career or a lifetime of serious involvement in a hobby like woodworking, gardening, model building, or any number of other categories, you know what quality looks like. That knowledge has real value. According to research, the subscription box market reached more than $44 billion in 2025. And one reason is that consumers are getting tired of digital clutter. They want something physical, useful, and well chosen. That means you're not just selling a box. You're selling expertise. You're selling a shortcut. You're selling confidence. And that can become a very nice monthly revenue stream if you pick the right niche. This next one is especially interesting because it sits right at the intersection of age, health, and technology. It's longevity and wellness coaching. Now, this is not the old school image of a 22-year-old fitness influencer telling people to do burpees and drink protein shakes. This is much more relevant to people over 50. The idea here is that you use wearable data, maybe from an Oura Ring, an Apple Watch, or similar devices, and combine that with AI tools and good judgment to help clients build a health roadmap. In other words, you help them stay active, sharp, mobile, and capable as they age. And the market for this is already huge. According to research, health and wellness coaching is now a more than $20 billion industry. And one of the biggest spending groups is people our age because they want to protect their most valuable asset, their time. This is one of those areas where being over 50 is not a disadvantage at all. It's actually an advantage because you have skin in the game. You understand sleep issues. You understand recovery. You understand the aches, the shifts in energy, the importance of staying mentally sharp. That gives you instant credibility. When someone over 50 hears advice from another person who has actually lived through what they are facing, it carries more weight. You are not selling abs. You are not selling vanity. You are selling capability, and capability is a premium service. Now let's move into something more high tech, but still very practical. Specialized drone and robotic services. This is one of those categories where people still think that sounds like a young person's thing. I don't agree, because drones are not toys anymore. They are tools, industrial tools. In this type of business, you could provide aerial audits for insurance companies, roof inspections for real estate professionals, crop health scans for local farms, or other visual inspection services that used to take days and now can be done much faster. What once took a crew 3 days, one trained professional can sometimes do in 30 minutes. And the market reflects that. According to research, the U.S. drone market was valued at more than $28 billion in 2025. Now, here's why this is such a strong fit for older workers. This kind of work rewards patience, process, and professionalism. Insurance companies, real estate firms, and other commercial clients do not want chaos. They do not want someone freelancing their way through regulations. They want someone who follows a checklist, someone who respects the rules, someone who shows up, does the job carefully, and delivers a clean report. That sounds a lot like the kind of discipline many older workers developed over decades in the workforce. So, if you're willing to learn the technology, this can be a high-tech, low physical labor business with real upside. And finally, number 5, vertical farming and urban agriculture. This may be the most surprising one on the list. The basic idea is simple. Instead of needing acres of land, you grow premium, hyper-local produce, things like gourmet mushrooms or rare microgreens, in a garage, a climate-controlled room, or a small container setup. Then you sell directly to local chefs, restaurants, or health-conscious buyers in your area. The vertical farming market reached roughly $9.6 billion in 2025. And one reason this is growing is that people are frustrated with mediocre produce shipped from far away. They want fresher food. They want local food. They want cleaner food. Now, why does this work for older adults? Because it is community driven. You know your neighbors. You know local business owners. You know how to build trust. And unlike traditional farming, this doesn't require a tractor, a huge plot of land, or back-breaking labor all day long. It can be hands-on without being punishing. It can be local without being small-minded. And it can become a profitable, high-margin business if you focus on the right buyers and the right crops. Now, let me pull all of this together. These 5 jobs may seem very different, but they share one important pattern. They all allow AI to handle more of the grunt work while you provide the human value. That is the key. The opportunity right now is not to compete with technology. It is to combine your experience with technology. That is where the edge is. That is where the money is. And that is where a lot of people over 50 are going to find their next chapter. Not by doing work that wears them down, but by doing work that uses their judgment, their maturity, and their ability to build trust. That is why I keep saying older workers should not be afraid of AI. You do not have to become a coder. You do not have to become a tech genius. But you do have to learn how these tools can make you more efficient, more valuable, and more competitive. Because the people who combine human experience with smart technology are going to have a major advantage in the years ahead. So if you've been feeling discouraged, if you've been thinking the only options left are low-paying gigs or physically draining job, or if you've been wondering whether your experience still matters, I hope this video reminded you of something important. In many of these fast-growing niches, your experience may be the very reason you can win. Let me know in the comments which of these 5 opportunities surprised you the most and which one you'd actually consider trying. I'd really like to hear your experience. And if you want to learn about some great second career options, check out my video, 7 high-demand jobs for people over 50 in 2026, Easy Second Careers. There is a link to this video in the description box. And if you want help thinking through your next move, whether that means protecting your job, repositioning yourself for a better role, or building a side income stream, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me. There's a link in the description. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Over 50 TV, where we help you earn more so you can retire smarter. While you're at it, subscribe to Side Hustle Rules, where I'll show you how to start smart and scale your business fast. I'm Lou Reyes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.